Once again, the Tory MP Lee Anderson exposes a left-wing hypocrisy in Parliament, this time Ian Blackford.
What we need to chat about here, Madam Deputy Leader, is the leader of the SNP, who has been very quiet about the £270,000 he has rinsed from outside earnings since he was elected to Westminster in 2015. It would take an average worker in Scotland 11 years to earn that sort of money, yet he stands there every single Wednesday banging on about poverty when his greedy snout is firmly in the trough.
Well, he's done it again. Lee Anderson is becoming quite outspoken, and every now and then he comes out and he releases statements. He basically exposes double standards, hypocrisy. He stood up against Mr. Stop Brexit, and obviously Steve Bray is not a good debater, but outside Parliament that was a funny encounter that they had. Apparently Steve Bray doesn't really understand that Brexit is actually over. Ian Blackford, on the other hand, is quite an interesting case because as the leader of the SNP in the House of Commons, he's very much against everything. Capitalism, Western democracy, the constitution of the United Kingdom, and he doesn't like second jobs. He doesn't like second jobs. He doesn't like to waste taxpayers' money. 2018, 2019, £256,000 expenses on top of his actual salary, on top of everything else he does. He also used this much money from taxpayers using expenses. Not only that, since then, he's also obviously done a lot of second jobs. He handed his stepson an £8,000 pay rise at the expense of taxpayers. Ooh, so he's been criticising just the Tory side. I'm not even defending the Tory sleaze when it comes to the lobbying scandal and things like that. We already know that exists. There's Westminster sleaze, Labour, Tory, all of them. But just, before you open your mouth, before you try to expose your colleagues, make sure you check your own financial accounts to make sure we don't really find out what you do. On the other hand, when it comes to justice, when it comes to being so morally superior, the Labour Party have been criticising the Tories, saying that you're all basically criminals. It's the same Labour Party who've had a number of people actually being arrested and being charged and being sentenced over the last few years. Apparently, about six or seven of them in the last 10 years are now behind bars. This is, again, Lee Anderson exposing that in the House of Commons.
Talks about honesty and integrity. Could you please confirm how many Labour MPs have ended up in the nick over the past 10 years?
Now, that's great. Just wait for Annalise Dott's response, because the question was technically rhetorical. Do you think she's going to answer? How many MPs? Let's find out.
Madam Deputy Speaker, well, the major difference, as I will explain to the honourable member, between my party and his, is that wherever we see in the Labour Party rules being broken, inappropriate action, we act against it. We don't try to change the rules and try to stitch up the system for our...
In case you didn't notice, seven MPs. I did love. I'm so glad that the House of Commons camera actually went on Lee Anderson the moment he did the gesture, so that the public watching that, those who bother to actually watch these boring debates, actually find out there is an answer. Annalise Dott is not going to answer the question. It's okay. Lee Anderson himself will give you the answer. 7. So, well done, Lee Anderson, for standing up against these weirdos. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to come back in the next couple of videos with more updates from the Westminster bubble. Thanks again for watching. My Tousi, and we are the media.